Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're digging into a really fundamental question. How do we think about our future?
Right. Is it something just set in stone, pure luck? Or maybe some, cosmic force guiding things?
Exactly. Or is there maybe a more direct truth, even a slightly unsettling one, as one source puts it?
Yeah, this source we're looking at, Watch Yourself, The Silent Sculptors of Destiny. It has this pretty radical idea.
Which is?
That your future isn't just handed to you, it's being shaped constantly.
Yeah.
By your thoughts, words, actions, your habits.
Okay, so our mission today is to kind of unpack that, to trace this chain of cause and effect, how our inner world connects to, our actual reality.
And the source calls this central idea the dangerous truth.
Dangerous how?
It says every single thought, word, action, and habit is silently writing the script of your destiny. That's a big statement.
It really is. I mean, destiny isn't luck, it's earned.
And the flip side, the caution, is that maybe you're already building a future you don't actually want without even realizing it.
Wow. Okay. That's definitely a compelling start. So let's try and break down this chain. Where does it begin?
With thoughts. The source starts right there. Watch your thoughts. They become words.
Makes sense. Everything starts as a thought, doesn't it? Big ideas, wars, revolutions.
Exactly. The source points out they're invisible, but they have this explosive power.
He gives some pretty stark examples, too.
Yeah, like Hitler's belief in superiority started as just a thought, right? But it grew into, we know what it grew into.
Millions devastated.
But then you have the opposite. Gandhi's thought of nonviolence. Quietly formed, but it shook an empire. The power is undeniable both ways.
So how does that connect to us, like day to day?
Well, think about this. The source says the average person has around 60,000 thoughts a day.
60,000? That's a lot.
It is. And here's the kicker. Most are negative or repetitive.
Okay. So if you're constantly thinking, I'm not good enough or life's unfair, that matters.
Hugely. The source says those thoughts inevitably leak into your words. Your internal state starts to show on the outside.
It uses that analogy of the mind being like soil, right?
Yeah. Fertile soil.
Mm-hmm.
Plant fear, you get fear.
Right.
Plant courage, you get courage. What you focus on inside, it grows.
Which logically leads to the next step in the chain then.
Precisely. Watch your words. They become actions.
And the source is pretty direct here. Words aren't harmless.
Not at all. It calls them weapons, medicine, tools for creation or destruction.
And there's a scientific angle too, which I found fascinating.
Oh yeah, the brain chemistry part. It's kind of a shocking twist, isn't it?
Tell us about that.
Well, science shows words can literally change your brain. Negative words like hate, can't, failure, they actually increase stress hormones. Cortisol.
Saying negative stuff actually stresses you out physically.
It seems so. It can trigger that fight or flight response. But positive words, they can do the opposite. Reduce anxiety, boost motivation. There's a real physiological effect.
That is fascinating. So it's not just mood, it's biology.
Right. And the source really hammers home that most dangerous words, they're often the ones you say to yourself.
The self-talk.
Exactly. Like saying, I'll never be fit. What happens? You skip the gym.
Or, I'm too old to start this, so you just don't start.
Here, I'm not lucky, so you don't even bother trying. These aren't just casual remarks. The source calls them commands to the brain.
Commands. Wow. So words are basically programming our subconscious.
That's the idea. And if the subconscious controls, 95% of our behavior?
95%? That's huge.
It leads to a pretty clear conclusion, though. What you keep saying becomes what you keep doing.
Okay. So thoughts become words, words become actions, which brings us to habits.
Yep. Watch your actions. They become habits. Actions are just repeated words, according to the source.
There's a progression there too, isn't there?
Yeah, it's like do something once, it's a choice. Do it twice, maybe it's a tendency. Do it daily.
It becomes part of who you are, your identity.
Exactly. And small actions have big consequences over time.
Like the reading example, skipping one day seems like nothing.
Right. But skip 100 days, your brain gets duller. Or junk food once is fine, maybe. But daily, your health suffers.
Procrastination, too. One time, okay, but as a lifestyle.
Your dreams just expire.
Yeah. And the stat about habits was pretty eye-opening. 40 to 50% of what we do daily.
Isn't a conscious decision? It's habit. Autopilot.
So a huge chunk of life is potentially run by these small, maybe unconscious routines.
Which really makes you think, are my habits serving me or holding me back?
The source puts it quite bluntly.
It does. Your habits are either your prison or your wings. They lock you in or lift you up. Stark choice.
Okay, so habits are built from actions. Where does the chain go next?
To character. Watch your habits. They become character.
And character isn't about the image we project, is it?
No, not the Instagram version. The source says true character is what you do when no one is looking.
The small stuff.
Exactly. Things like biting your nails, maybe small lies, being late consistently. They seem minor, but they collectively weave your character.
History gives examples again. Caesar.
His character of arrogance, built over time, led to betrayal by his friends, not enemies, friends.
And the contrast is Mother Teresa.
Her small daily habit of serving the poor, done quietly, it built this incredibly strong character, respected worldwide.
And the point about crisis is powerful.
Oh, definitely. You don't suddenly decide your character in a crisis.
It just reveals what's already there.
Reveals the character you've been building silently for years.
Yeah.
It's an unveiling.
So, thoughts to words, words to actions, actions to habits, habits to character, which leads us to the final piece.
Destiny. Watch your character. It becomes destiny.
And destiny here isn't magic or random chance.
No, the source says it's simpler, maybe even more profound. Destiny is a mirror of your character.
So your character directly shapes your future outcome.
That's the argument. A greedy character often ends up lonely, distrusted. A disciplined one finds success, respect.
Courageous character leads to leadership, impact.
Makes sense, right? And it challenges that phrase, that's just who I am.
How so?
Because the source argues that who they are is exactly what decides where they are going. It puts the ownership back on you.
It really reframes it. It's internal, not external.
And their final line in this section, destiny is not tomorrow. Destiny is today multiplied by every tomorrow.
Wow. It's being created right now.
Yeah.
Continuously.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's recap that whole chain, this formula.
It's terrifyingly simple, really. Thoughts, words, actions, habits, character, destiny.
An unbroken chain.
And the power in that. It's immense. Single negative thought, if you let it run its course.
Could potentially lead to a ruined destiny.
That's the warning. But the flip side is just as powerful. A single positive thought, nurtured.
Can grow into a legacy.
Yeah. Which means those small choices, the ones nobody sees, they might actually be more important than the big public ones.
That's a huge takeaway. It could feel a bit daunting, though.
It could. But the source also offers hope. The good news is you can change it. You can rewrite your destiny starting today by doing what the title says.
Yeah.
Watching yourself intentionally.
And it gives practical steps, right? Not just theory.
Yes, very practical. First, guard your thoughts.
How do you do that? Journaling, meditation.
Things like that. Become aware of negative patterns. Notice I can't and consciously switch it to, okay, how can I learn?
Makes sense. What's next?
Choose powerful words. Speak less, maybe, but with more purpose. Compliment people. Avoid gossip. And really, really watch that self-talk.
Okay. Thoughts, words, then actions.
Design your actions. Don't just drift. Do one small, meaningful thing each day. Read one page. Exercise for 10 minutes. Make that call you're avoiding.
Small, consistent actions.
Leading to
Build golden habits. Create rituals that actually help you. A morning routine, maybe. A gratitude list. Focused work time. Things that serve you.
Okay, habits build.
Shape your character. Be honest. Be consistent. Be disciplined. Especially when no one's looking. That's the real test.
Right. And all of this culminates in create your destiny. Live intentionally. Set goals. Pursue meaning. Refuse to just settle for mediocrity.
So it's a very active process, not passive at all.
Not at all. And that leads to the source's final kind of jolt.
What's that?
It says, right now, as you are reading this or listening to this, you are shaping your destiny.
Wow. Right now,
Yeah.
as we speak.
Yes. So the question for you listening is, what do you do with this?
Is it just another interesting idea you heard? Something forgotten in an hour?
Or does this truth kind of burn into you? Does it make you want to start watching yourself differently?
Because the message seems crystal clear.
It really is. Life isn't just happening to you. It's happening through you. Every thought, word, action, it's all carving your future.
So the final takeaway is watch yourself. Seriously, watch yourself.
Because if you don't, you might wake up somewhere you never intended to be.
But if you do, if you guard your thoughts, words, actions, habits,
then Source promises your character will be unshakable and your destiny unstoppable.
a powerful note to end on. Gives you a real sense of agency.
Absolutely. The power is within you.